Hey, YouTube, got some good news. Well, not, well, you'll see. Anyways, they are, Spider-Man 4 was in the making. Was, okay, Spider-Man 4 was in the making, and it was scheduled to be released in this summer 2012. It was supposed to be released. But something happened, and they canceled Spider-Man 4. Just threw it away. So, basically, that Spider-Man series is over. It's ended. So, the original trilogy, well, now we call it the original trilogy, is over. And well, so they're rebooting it with a new cast, and new everything. Peter Parker is supposed to go back to high school. He's supposed to be 15 years old. So they're going like the comics. He's supposed to be 15 years old. He gets his powers at 15. He's supposed to be just starting high school. Okay, so we're gonna have a young Spider-Man, just like the comics, that's really exciting. That is real exciting. Makes everybody want to go like, wow, see what they're gonna do. Better storyline, because really in the first one, way off. In the first one, they had Peter Parker as a senior in high school. He gets bit by it. Not too long after that, he graduates and he's basically a full adult, and he's out as Spider-Man. Now in the comic books, he's like, I don't know, about 15 or 16. He's both one. He's a 16 or 15, and he gets bit by a spider, and he swings around as Spider-Man, and he's still in high school. Basically, if a crime goes, he has to sneak out of his class and swing, stop that crime, then get back to high school. It's basically what the comics were like. So now they're going more like the comics or the Ultimate Spider-Man series. Is That's what y'all thinking of? They could be doing that. Um, New actor. The only part I don't like is they're changing the cast, and that's the only part I don't like. So basically, in the first movie, they introduced Mary Jane right off the bat. The first movie. In the comics, I think it's Felicia Hardy. I think it's Felicia Hardy. It's one I can't remember. It's not Mary Jane Watson, but his first true love. I think it was Felicia Hardy, or I might be getting her mixed up with somebody else. But I know it wasn't Mary Jane that was his first love. He was in love with somebody else. So they could be doing like that, or they could introduce Mary Jane right off the bat. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's still a good idea to reboot it. Start it back over, get it a fresh new start. New villains. If they do see, I've heard that Vulture is supposed to be the villain in this reboot, or it's the Lizard. I have not heard. I don't even think that Green Goblin is going to be the first villain. I heard Vulture or Lizard is supposed to be the first villains to appear. I mean, in the first movie of this new series they're making, he's supposed to be the first villain that's going to appear. This is what I've heard. But they could do a lot of stuff. I mean, they could finally fix Venom up. I mean, Venom was way too skinny. I mean, I love the third one. I ain't saying it was my best, but it was a real good movie. It was an emotional film, and it showed how the black suit was changing Peter Parker into a monster. Basically, it was just changing him up. That's exactly how the comics went. The black suit changed him. He finally gets rid of it, and but in the movie, they get rid of that costume way too fast. He does not get rid of it right off the bat, but and they got rid of Venom way too fast. I mean, I can understand this. The movie would have been better if it'd be cool if he'll still get rid of that costume as fast as he did in the movie. Then it gets on Eddie Brock, and Eddie Brock becomes Venom, and Eddie Brock lives so long with Harry and all that. See, the director could not think of another storyline, so that's why they was just canceled, and he just gave up. So they had to hire a new and start a new trilogy. What he should have done is he messed up when he killed Venom and killed Harry. If they wouldn't have done that, they could have had a great storyline for the fourth one, and they could have used Venom in the fourth one and have him in that. And they could also introduce Carnage, because I remember in the comic books it took Venom and Spider-Man to destroy Carnage. Venom does not get destroyed; Carnage comes. So like Eddie Brock and Peter Parker, basically Spider-Man, team up and take down Carnage, and then maybe they can have Harry help along with him. I mean, they could have really done a lot more than that. I mean, but it was cool. I did not like how it ended Spider-Man 3, but it was real cool. Um, But who knows? I know some of y'all were kind of upset because it's not going to be the same now that Tobey Maguire and Christina Dust is not going to be the stars in the movie. They're having a totally new cast. Peter Parker. The makes you really excited is they have a younger Spider-Man, just like the comic book. Spider-Man was not no was not out of high school. He was still in high school and still swinging around as Spider-Man. We have a young Spider-Man, so we have a new Peter Parker and a younger Spider-Man. A little 15-year-old kid is gonna be swinging around as Spider-Man this coming 2012. But I also heard it's 2011, so who knows? So basically, what I'm saying is, just be cool. I don't go off. I see some people just be getting mad saying they're not gonna watch it just because of that. You never know. They rebooted the Incredible Hulk. Okay, the first movie was just called Hulk. But personally, I thought it was actually a good movie. I didn't think it was amazing. I just thought it was an average movie and you could watch it once in a while. But the second one, when they completely ditched the storyline of the first Hulk movie and just went to a new storyline and rebooted it, and it was way better and it was amazingly good job done. They fixed the cast. They had everything perfect. It's the same thing with Batman. All of those movies that they rebooted turned out to be a complete great movies, and they won awards and all that. Don't y'all think the sense that Spider-Man 4 or the reboot is going to be better? Y'all decide. Just comment and decide. Peace.